Hey guys, and welcome back. So I went to the mailbox and I found my new shipment of desert rose seeds that I got from Thailand. I did purchase these on eBay. I will be posting the link down below for all you guys who want to go purchase some. However, it does take a long time to arrive. Sorry I didn't do that with my last video, as it was kind of more of a test run and I wanted to actually get another batch to see if it would work for you guys. Wouldn't want you guys to buy anything and then because it worked for me and then it doesn't work for you, I didn't want that to damage any reputations or just mess things up. So anyways, I'm doing this again just to see if it works. It did come through customs. It did take quite a while. I think it took like a month and a half this time. It's much more lengthened, I guess you could say. The time is very much just expanded. So, but I did finally get it. The package is nice. I'm not gonna bother reading on what it says on the front because I can't read it. It's all in Thai, but I'm just gonna go ahead and open it for you guys. All right. Okay. Hopefully they arrived all right. It does take quite a while. That's one downside to this. So if you guys wanted to order a bunch, I would recommend it because it takes such a long time just to get it. So we have our sites in here, as well as our package of seeds. There you go. Oh, they added more in this batch. It's interesting. Mix 16. I guess that means 16 different varieties. That's cool. And then we have our certificate with the sites, basically so we can make it in customs. It's really cool. Okay, now what you want to do next is you actually want to just take them out of the bag. If you want to keep these seeds, you could. I would recommend maybe keeping them for like another month. I wouldn't go much longer than that because every month it basically just starts dwindling down. The germination rate will start going down like by 10-15%. So the fresher, the better. So we're going to take a glass of warm water and you're just going to pour literally all the seeds that you want to use at the time. I'm just going to do all of them. It's quite a bit of seeds, but hey, I'm going to be growing a bunch of babies, so I don't really care. I'm just gonna put them all in one pot, and we'll go from there. Now I like to just like press them with my finger and give a little stir, just so that they're evenly dispersed, just like that. And there you have it. It's basically all of them in there. So now we're just gonna leave them to soak overnight. You want to just give them at least 12 hours to soak. This will speed up the germination process, and warm water definitely helps. Don't use cold water. I'll put them into shock and probably slow the germination rate by quite a bit. So what you want to look for is that tomorrow, the next day, when you start pressing on the seeds, if they start sinking to the bottom, that's a really good sign. That usually means that they're starting to fill with water, and they will actually probably most likely germinate. So, and the ones that are left on top typically don't start to germinate, but sometimes it does happen. So we're just gonna leave this overnight and I'll get back to you guys in a bit. Alright, night guys. Okay guys, so here we are a day later. They've been sitting in this water for about maybe 24 hours, maybe more. And as you can see, all of them have hit the bottom of the cup. None of them are floating. That's a really good sign. So now we're going to just empty out the water and we're just going to collect the seeds. Alright, so we have our seeds now over here collected. Now something that I want to point out is that, let's see if I can collect one to show you, is that the seed, let's zoom in a little bit, the seed, as you can see, it's starting to turn like a white color on the inside. That is actually the real, where it's going to germinate. Now they start to break out of like these little coats and they'll just go ahead and germinate. So now we're going to go ahead and prepare our soil. So what I have here is a 3-part equal ratio of just some regular seedling mix, some vermiculite, and perlite. And that's pretty much all I got in here. The vermiculite is, oh I'm sorry, it's not vermiculite, it's pumice. So the stone is like really tough, and it's actually kind of just like rocks. But it really helps with drainage, and that's really good with these plants. But they also have to have enough soil that they're going to attain enough nutrients when they're watered. So I like to do an equal ratio, a 1 to 1 to 1 ratio of all of these ingredients. Alright, so now we're just going to prepare our pot. what I like to do is I like to just start by filling the entire thing. Now I want it about right to the top here. So let's just start pouring it in. Let's just go all out. Okay. Alright, that looks pretty good, I'd say. Maybe a little more. Alright, good. And we're just going to pat it down gently, just to make sure that it's all over the place. Okay, now the next method is actually, that requires like no technique, because the thing is, these seeds are already facing this way. Now the thing is, these desert rose seeds, they love to germinate, but the problem is there is no really good way to distinguish what's up and down, so what a lot of people do is they just place it in like this. They just scatter them around the pot, and that's basically the method I'm going to be going by, because it's the easiest and it's the fastest. So I'm just going to disperse them like this, all the way around the pot. You don't want them too close together, so if you see them clumping, just go ahead and push them away. I'm doing these in one big old pot. Excuse the cat. I'm doing this in one giant pot. You can, oh my gosh, you can do one pot, but I know a lot of people will do the smaller pots as well. Alright, so our pot is now decorated with all these seeds. Now the final step is just to cover it. I went ahead and turned on the light because I saw that you guys probably couldn't see too much of it. It's getting pretty dark in here. It's getting later much faster over here. The sun's going down much quicker. So I'm just going to go ahead and I went ahead and turned on the light. Now let's go ahead and put the soil on top. Like this. Don't want to cover it too much, just enough to where they can break the surface, because if they're buried too deep they might have trouble coming out. So just make sure that there's just enough to cover them. And actually that seems kind of perfect. Yeah, that's good. That. Push it around and press down. That looks good. Okay, so now the next step, to speed up the germination process, I like to just give them a quick rinse, and then I like to spray them down with water, but I like to put it on this cling wrap that I have here. I just put it over the pot, and it seems to help with the germination. So if I zoom out, I'm just going to show you real quick. This plastic wrap I don't really like, because it clings to itself. It doesn't cling to anything else, but okay, I guess it worked out. So what I do is I just go like this, place it over the top, and I just wrap it around the pot like that. But I spray the inside and the inside of the plastic in order to make sure it's nice and humid in there. And I just put it in a bright window for now because it's getting pretty cold outside. They're not going to be able to germinate. So I'm just going to put this plastic wrap on top, put it in the windowsill where it can get enough light. But before I do that, I'm going to rinse it with a little bit of water. You don't want to over flood it because the seeds will actually pop out of the soil. They'll start to float. You don't want that. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry, the video's a little boring today, but I haven't been feeling that well lately, so excuse me if I start to drag on or talk about random stuff. But anyways, thank you very much, guys, for watching. I will be doing another video of me germinating some eucalyptus seeds. So I just got those in the mail. Those are pretty interesting. I had to get them. It was like $5. I'll be making a video of that very soon. So please be on the lookout for that. I'll be doing some updates of this when they start popping out. So thanks, guys, for watching, and as always, happy growing.